Hey guys, EthDo here, and today I'm back with an all-new Minecraft tutorial. And in today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to spawn skeletons riding skeleton horses. This is a very new feature that's been recently added into the new Minecraft 1.9 Snapshot 15W38A, and it's something that I've really wanted in the game for a while. Any subscribers may well have recently seen the top 5 forgotten features list I did, in which I said the whole problem with skeleton horses and zombie horses was the fact that they weren't rideable by other mobs, which is what I thought they would be originally, or just they're completely inaccessible because they're just a random mob, they never spawn naturally, and you have to command them in, and they just didn't do that initial job I thought they would, which would be to be rideable. Now, although nothing has changed regarding the zombie horse, they have finally added riding skeletons, riding the skeleton horses, which is just amazing. I've really wanted this feature for a while, so I'm super excited about this. Hopefully a lot of you guys are pleased to see this as well. Now in this video I'm going to be showing you both how they spawn naturally, because they do just spawn in survival, and I'm also going to be showing you how you can spawn them in yourself for use in an adventure map, or maybe you just want to show off on your server and have some cool hybrid mobs, or I don't know what you'd call them, things like spider jockeys, chicken jockeys, kind of the hybrid mobs where it's not a new mob, but it's the first time these two mobs have been properly together and will spawn together. Now the way they actually spawn, I'll start with the natural spawning and go on to the custom spawning. A time jump will be in the description if you'd like to jump straight to that though. The natural spawning is very unique, so you need to know a fair bit about it. Now there is a certain percentage chance now that every lightning bolt will cause a trap horse to spawn, which is basically just a regular horse, but when you go within 10 blocks of it, another lightning strike comes down, and they will suddenly become 4 horses. 4 skeleton horses with skeletons riding them. So the percentage chances are here, if you're on easy mode, for every lightning bolt that strikes the ground, there's a 3.75 chance, maximum of 7.5 chance, and this obviously increases, and in a hard difficulty you can have a maximum of 33% chance, which is pretty high. It's like 3 in 10. If you got a regular thunderstorm in Minecraft, surely there's going to be at least 10 lightning bolts hitting the ground, and in that case you're probably more than likely to actually come across a little group of these, because they do always spawn in 4s, and that basically makes it hard, to be honest. You need good loot, you need good armor, good sword, maybe even a good shield, maybe put some enchantments on that. I know you can now put, is it blast resistance, or there is one kind of resistance enchantments, I'm double checking now. Might be protection, might be blast resistance, I can't remember off the top of my head, but you can now get an enchantment on that as well, using the anvil, so that would be very useful to do. So just generally good gear if you're going to take them on, especially if you're on your own. Maybe if you're in a group you can each target one, but if you're taking them on you can find yourself in a little bit of trouble, and the reason for this, as you'll already see on this one, is the fact that the helmet is always enchanted, as is the bow. The minimum enchantment the bow can be is level 5, presumably it's the same for the helmet, and that basically means they've got power 1 and presumably protection 1 almost guaranteed. I mean, they could get them breaking, but it's more than likely going to be power 1 or above. The maximum, if you're on hard mode, that you'll actually get is a level 22 enchantment, which is pretty formidable, to be honest. That could be a very high level of power, could be some kind of combination between punch and power. That is going to do some serious damage if you've not got good armor, so you really want to be taking these on wisely. Don't just run in with a wood sword, because you will get demolished, and you don't want to be demolished, because you just don't want that. So to avoid that, obviously get good loots and whatnot, and you should be alright. So like I say, the lower difficulty, it's obviously easier to do less damage, but if you're really up for a challenge, definitely up the difficulty, because these can be one of the hardest mobs in the game actually. And in my first experience anyway, they can be pretty difficult. So it's actually a very good mob in the fact that makes them good for adventure maps. If you want to make a tricky adventure map, you want to spawn some of these in. So anyone joining from the time jump, I'm now going to be showing you how to put in, or just how to spawn them in to your Minecraft world. So what you would do here, if I just move back a bit, because for whatever reason they spawn slightly away from where you actually put it in, which is a bit weird because no other mob does that at the moment, but I'm presuming that they're going to change that in the future, because it doesn't normally do that. So basically you want to put this command in here. This will be in the description as well, you may have already seen it. And when you put it in, this is a trap horse that spawned, and when I go close to it, suddenly we've gotten our skeleton horses, and obviously our skeletons as well. Now each one can be hit individually, they're not a combined texture, not a combined hitbox, so obviously focus your attention onto the skeletons. That's just common, that's just basic PvP or PvM, PvMob I guess. If you think about it like that, the skeleton horses don't do any damage. They're completely peaceful. If you're on peaceful actually and one spawns in, it will only spawn the horse. You will not get the skeleton, of course. And what you'll also notice, when I spoke earlier about the enchantments you'll get, that could obviously be bad because like a level 22 bow is going to do some proper bad damage to you. But they do seem to drop their loot very frequently. Now I do not know whether this is going to be changed. I have to believe it will be, because at the moment it's literally 1 in 4 is dropping either an enchanted iron helmet or a enchanted bow, which is kind of crazy because it's just a ridiculously easy way to get crazy good armor. Now they're not always good, but I mean projectile protection 2 and unbreaking 1 from just my first little group here was pretty decent. I mean, if you probably come across a fair few of these in a standard world of Minecraft. If you were playing a full survivor, you'd probably come across quite a few, and in which case you could really rack in the iron armor, particularly obviously the helmet. But some of them I have seen them spawn with additional armor. Of course, when skeletons usually spawn in, sometimes they do have extra armor. I've seen a full iron, I've seen a full gold one so far, and you obviously get those as well. So you can get good loot, and the bows drop ridiculously regularly. Let's not let that die because I want to show you something else, and that is the fact that these are tamed. This is the first time you've been able to get tamed skeleton horses, because I know you could spawn them in before. We've done a video on that previously, but the command where you'd spawn them in as tamed never used to work, which is really frustrating. But now, because they spawn with the skeletons riding them, they automatically tame. So you just hop on as you would with a normal horse, slap on the saddle, and then you can ride them around. So not only have we been able to spawn skeleton horses in this video with skeletons riding them, you can now tame them as well. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, then please take 1 second, hit the like button below, and thanks for watching.